I'm Christina Howard, outside of what can only be described as a marquee event for card-carrying Conservative members. Now, this is one of members' last opportunities to actually meet and speak with candidates in the run-up to their leadership convention. And while many members already have their first choice chosen, who they choose for second, third, or fourth place could make a big difference and could actually determine who will be the next leader of the Canadian Conservative Party. It was a packed house as leadership hopefuls tried to differentiate themselves from a crowded ballot.
Many of the candidates here on stage are playing to a very narrow vision of our party, a party that plays to fear and prejudice and anti-immigrant sentiment.
I'm here because I believe in you. I don't believe in a big fat government in Ottawa.
When the great red wave swept across the GTA, taking a lot of my good friends here in Toronto with it, it stopped in Milton.
I'm advocating a common sense idea that we interview each immigrant, refugee, and visitor coming to Canada and talk to them about our Canadian values.
Immigration was a hot topic, and in particular, how to deal with people crossing the border illegally in search of refuge.
The refugees who are hopping the border into Canada aren't fleeing persecution. We know that the United States is not persecuting refugees. So they're hopping into Canada because their chances are better. That's what it is.
I've been very clear on this. We should detain them, question them, and send them back to the United States.
The real problem here is the Prime Minister, who irresponsibly, in response to President Trump's Muslim majority ban, tweeted out to millions of people around the world that they were welcome to cross the border illegally and stay here in Canada. He needs to clarify this.
While Trudeau did tweet out a welcome, he didn't advise crossing illegally. Now, amongst all of these candidates, there is definitely a noticeable absence, and that is Kevin O'Leary. He apparently told event organizers on Friday that he wouldn't be able to attend because he was spending time with his wife. Leadership hopeful Rick Peterson took the opportunity to point out he too was spending time with his wife.
She's been on every campaign stop since early January, and I'm going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, I drew the #1 seat here. I'd like your #1 support. I'd like to be your #1 pick on your ballot.
Although most of the audience had already chosen their favorite candidate before today's event, many were looking for a second best and third choice.
I really liked, I forget his name, the fellow from, what was his name? Pajit? Deepak, yeah, because he actually had a personality, had some ideas, and was cutting through the BS a little.
He's referring to Deepak O'Brien, the longest-serving Conservative MP in Parliament.
Conservatives have always come up with great platforms, but the Liberal Party has been stealing that all the time.
I'm not going to vote for him, but I liked his, I would like to see more of that going forward.
Now, the final debate is actually scheduled for April 26th in Toronto. The leadership convention itself, well, that's May 27th. Near Yonge and Eglinton, Christina Howard, City News.